Welcome to this week's episode. So, on this episode, I'll be diving Mexico again. This is day 2 out of 6 that I should be editing and dropping here every week from now on. On this episode, I'm hunting triggerfish and cabrilla grouper, some larger ones, also some barred pargo, which is snapper basically. And I end up running into a couple cool different species, as well as sea lions, and also I get to dive some pretty cool structures from natural rocks off the edge of mountains all the way to a shipwreck and some other stuff. So pretty mixed day here. Went pretty well. I actually submitted this world record triggerfish that you'll see in this video. This first one I shot right here was a big one, and I've shot them this big too, 10 plus pounds, but the second one I shoot, which I'll point out, is actually the new world record that I just sent in and got approved. So yeah, it was about 18 pounds, over 18 pounds. So not a bad blunt head triggerfish to be exact. So anyway, yeah, day 2 though right here, and I hope y'all enjoy. Thank you. On this dive, you can kind of get a better idea of what kind of structure it is. Notice the rocks and the boulders on the bottom here. Years and years of them rolling off the side of this mountain created all this structure. Interesting to see a reef that doesn't have quite as much coral like where I'm from, but still has so much crevices and caves and life on it. You see right here, these are yellow snappers. Kind of look like a schoolmaster where I'm from. See some of these Pacific angelfish too. Cool seeing some of the ornamentals in this region. Back home I actually sell a lot of fish like that for the aquarium trade. Alive, of course.
Taylor, there's snappers right here.
You notice on this dive, I'm dropping down, looking around here, and then you'll notice bigger fish swims in right around here. That's a big triggerfish. He sees me aiming at him, he speeds up. Pulled a longer shot, and I go and surface to get more air so I can pull him out of the cave and not rush it. heading back down for the extraction now. Make sure to carefully pull this fish back up because only one barb is holding him. With the longer shot and being a tougher skinned fish like this, didn't really go through all the way. But now that's secured, I'm pretty much home free. But this is the world record triggerfish, 18.9 pounds. I actually didn't realize at the time, thanks to my friend Ben for mentioning it's one of the larger ones he's seen, so it made me look up the record and it happened to be, a good bit bigger than the standing record, so I ended up keeping the jaws from this fish. Incredible, just a giant beak on these animals. Almost crush through anything. You really got to watch your fingers. One like this could easily take your finger clean off.
Big trigger. Nice.
On this dive, I head down a little deeper off the edge of the mountain more, past most of the rock reefs, out to the sand, about 80 feet. You see a school of smaller triggerfish here. As I near the structure on the edge here, I start seeing other species, like these groupers. Take a good shot. Pull the fish up in time before it has a chance to hole up. Try to always do that, but especially when you're diving a little bit deeper like this. Saves you another dive. Also, if there's predators nearby, it's smart.
Grouper. Got grouper.
is a spotted cabria. Really good eating fish. Ended up eating a lot of some of these guys raw without even cooking them. You can see the grouper compared to the triggerfish. It's not too often that I get a bigger triggerfish than the grouper that I shoot. So it's an interesting day diving for sure. Now we head to another area, this time a shipwreck, in about 60 feet or so. Making the first dive on this wreck. As I drop down, start seeing some of the structure come into view here. Makes a commotion in hopes of seeing decent sized fish swim up. And notice right here underneath me, sea lion. Almost thought it was a giant grouper for a second. Crazy experience diving with these animals. You can see the bait fish here mixed in with these porcupine puffers. Big yellow snapper right there. But he does a couple crazy moves and didn't want to take the shot and chance of ripping him off. Not a bad fish though. But you can see more of the wreck in this dive here. It extends for a good bit, a couple 100 feet long. These sea lions start making some pretty crazy noises here. You'll see here that they actually start blowing bubbles up. They don't seem too happy. Probably territorial or in the middle of hunting. But I mean, it's a huge wreck. They might as well let me hunt with them too. On this dive, I do a quick drop underneath the sea lions here. Big school of a barred Pargo. Good holding shot on that one. I only had to go halfway down too, so that's nice. I'm kind of worried about these sea lions coming in to steal my fish, so I try to get them up to the surface as quick as possible.
Go. Pargo.
Good sized fish. Definitely better than the Pargo I shot on day one. Probably twice the size. But yeah, that's basically everything for day two. Decent Pargo and a Cabria. And here's a stupid dive to top the video off with. right into the rock. A pufferfish and a starfish. Really hard to top this dive.
What a dive, huh?
Day 3 coming soon. It'll be a shore dive and just a nearby hunt that day. We didn't really have a boat, so we just made it happen however we could. Thanks for watching.